everyone. This is Donna's Happy Hour. Just a reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get future notifications of the videos. And please leave a comment. Thank you. Have a great day. Tell us the story about that.
Yeah, well, look at the
Fillmore
marquee.
East. Oh my God, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. I had a friend, another guy
gosh.
that he goes, I was at that show.
Oh,
The
wow.
one that was like January 1st.
Right.
He was there, and then the Grateful Dead. They used to have great.
That's fantastic.
You'd see like three
big
names, or
That's
two
right.
anyway,
Yes,
at least two for like
at least
$5.
Right.
That was back in the 60s.
And, yeah, but but $5 back then seemed
it
like
was
a lot.
more.
Yeah,
but still, it was only
it was.
now you see things that are thousands of dollars to get into.
Forget it.
Yeah, but this is a print of a larger 18 by 24 pen and ink that I did, and it's funny, when I was doing this, I needed people. You know, some of these people, I used the photo, but I changed the marquee.
Let's go into, now you do work in oils as well, correct?
I wish I was an oil painter.
Oh, you do?
And I do.
Okay.
But I'm not an oil painter.
You don't classify yourself. Okay.
Not really. I like to do it, and occasionally I just feel I want to break out the oil paints and start painting. Then I'm like, I'm not an oil painter, but I mean, I do have some pieces here that I've done, and occasionally they'll come out, okay. But I feel more comfortable with a pen
and ink.
In the case of the portraits, they're graphite, pencils basically.
Right.
I just feel more comfortable. A paintbrush, I just never, even in art school, I would see these other guys that had beautiful brush strokes, and I'm like, I can't do. I just feel clumsy with a paintbrush.
With a paintbrush,
in my hand.
yeah. It's interesting because, again, I started with oils, and then I eventually went to markers and ink. That was what I
have to try
actually,
that.
that's what I went to, and then I started to go to watercolors. I didn't spend much time with watercolors. It was just not. I mean, not that I didn't enjoy it. It's something different to do, but to do my own stuff, to do my original work, I always go back to my markers and my ink.
Yeah. There's so many different mediums.
There is.
And you can mix them. I have a portrait over on one wall of David Bowie. I used 6 different mediums, and I wasn't sure if they would really interact with each other, but they did. I was a little surprised.
Yeah.
And, I used oil pastels. I used regular pastels, soft pastels. I used colored pencils. I used ink.
Wow.
Maybe a couple other things too, and it actually, I was surprised.
It was surprised
I liked the outcome too.
It is interesting. When I was doing my own thing, I was basically working with just black, and recently I thought, well, I'm going to start drawing again. I haven't done it in a while, but but now I think I want to start to introduce different mediums to it, make it, give it different textures, give it different, different feel. Just, it's something I'm going to experiment with.
No,
and see
every
if I
once
like
in a
it.
while you just,
you
have your base, the thing, like I said, the pen and ink.
Right.
That's my,
I
just can't wait to get back to doing that. I am working on one right now, which is, that's my thing, So, but every once in a while you see there's so much out there, you just, let me just give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world.
If you don't try it, you're not going to know.
Yeah, exactly.
And you may fall on something and go, wow, I should have done this years ago. But
pastels is why I started with them. And they come out, I do mostly people and animals in pastel. And there's a certain amount of learning. There's a learning curve there. And sometimes when I'm in the middle of doing something, I'm like, why am I doing this? Let me just shelve this thing. But once I start something, I have a really tough time just letting it go for a
Letting
little
it go.
while.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I once I start it, I got to finish it.
Oh,
You know, people
interesting.
say
Okay.
I get people like I post the progression on Facebook as I'm doing a piece,
Right.
and you know, I'll start it, and after a couple hours, I put up a, and people will say, "Oh, I love it just like that. You know, you should just leave it like that." And I'm like,
Right.
I can see their point,
Right.
but
Right.
I can't leave
But you
things
can't.
unfinished. I just can't. I try, I can't. And there's a point where it makes sense. You go, yeah, you know what?
Now, how
This and but
about
if you go a little too far, then you've gone too far, and I got to finish it.
do you ever let's say get to a point in a painting where you've just reached kind of like a stalemate? Will you walk away from it?
Everything I do, I get to that point. There's the
Okay.
rip it up
Yeah.
stage of almost
Oh
everything. I
no.
just want to rip it up, and then
Oh wow.
it turns out not every piece, but in some things, some of the better things that I think are the better things ended up almost. I mean, I don't tear anything up, but I feel like
Right,
it.
right,
I do
right,
want to
right.
just like crumple it up or tear it up and go,
Yeah.
it's just not working. But you stick with it. You know, I'm a persistent
Yeah, yeah.
character. So, you know, you stay with it. And then all of a sudden, within maybe a half an hour, you go, got it. You know, and you
Okay,
start
right.
feeling it. And
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I would have to just literally walk away
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah, you don't know what to do next.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
it's,
you have to
yeah.
walk away, and then you come back with a fresh,
Mm-hmm.
look
Yeah,
at
yeah,
it,
that happens. Yeah,
which
I know
is,
exactly what you mean.
or that's what I found for me.